Okay, hey again everyone. So, last time we were looking at some options. In particular, I was going to do oil power downstairs, or I was going to do applied energistics if that was easier. That one does not seem easier. So I've reorganized this. Oil power downstairs is my priority. In addition, I need to get parts and materials for it. It's not really an addition, it's more in preliminary. I don't know. But also, when I was looking into oil power and just things, I was looking around at options, in particular power storage, because if I go over to it, this bad boy here only holds 8 million, and 8 million does sound like a lot, but if you look into mechanism, they've got, and gotta find it first, these lads, which, so this one's 800,000, which is the basic. It's the same as what this one was before I upgraded it. If you upgrade this once, it holds 3.2 million, which is not as much. Up to this one's 12.8 million, and actually not very hard to make, because these ones, it's a couple of diamonds, but you cop it. Or you can go up to an ultimate energy cube, which holds 51.2. And again, it's just like obsidian and diamond. And the thing is, I've got a fair few diamonds. I did a bit of mining off camera, and also turned some of my cobblestone into gravel and sand and then passed them through this, because if I do diamond mesh and go to the sieve, or sieve, however you want to pronounce it, chucking gravel gives you like all these chunks. I think I've mentioned it before, but I don't know how much depth I've gone into. It's been a while, I haven't even edited all the videos yet. But anyway, it gives you the chunks, and basically 4 pieces make a chunk, which function exactly the same as a block of ore would, which also means you can pulverize it to 2 in 1, etc. So I was like sanding and graveling through that, and then processing it through these. I don't think I've left any. I found these are way faster and way more efficient, in particular using the sag mill. There's only one thing I've learnt that the pulverizer can do, which is gold ore has a chance to create cinnabar, I think it is, which can be used in an induction smelter with an ore to make. So you've got cinnabar in your ore, and then you make 3 of whatever the ore would be. So let's take iron, for example, because we just looked at it. Instead of outputting 2 iron dust with a chance at 1 nickel dust, it would guarantee 3 iron bars immediately straight out of the ore, and 100% chance of 1 nickel bar. So you can use it for that sort of thing, but that's it. Also, I made a reinforced flux capacitor. This thing's really quite cheap as far as reinforced stuff goes, because it's just, I had one of these laying around, and then just this, same as before. And this holds 9 million? Friggin' more than this does? And it's portable? Then again, this is reinforced, and the other one's hardened, But anyway, I digress. And then I was processing everything into blocks. So basically, I've got a lot fewer bars hanging around, but I've got blocks of copper, blocks of tin, and aluminium, nickel, etc., quartz, iron. I've got a lot of crap now. So, with all that being said, I looked into how to make an oil power rig. I know I mentioned earlier that there's a way to do it with, I think, red power. That's not called that anymore. What is it? No. Project Red. And then setting up pointers and cathodes, gates, crap like that. But the thing is, I don't really understand that. So shut up, animals. Something I do understand, however, to an extent, is coding and programming, because I do also make my own games sometimes, as I think I've shown before. So, if I get my mineral chunks from integrated dynamics, plus also, do I have, yes I do, I'm also going to therefore want to plant, I must grab that out, plant some of these. The mineral First off, as far as I know, it requires plus orientation, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks available, just because it grows that way, but it might not. But I'm going to be careful just in case it does, and give them some space. So integrated dynamics effectively allows you to write code within the game. It's like, I'm a big fan of speedrunning, so it's a bit like in Ocarina of Time when they've found stale reference manipulation and then arbitrary code execution. If you're not into it, don't worry, it's basically just the game is super broken. Anyway, with this, specifically the mineral wood like log, and if I get a squeezer, which will set me back 10 bits of iron, but that's not exactly an issue at the moment. That being said, I don't actually have any iron, not in a block. So I get this, plus some sticks and wood. Let's just do them. Do I have any sticks left? No. Yeah, eucalyptus, there's plenty around me. If I put these down, and a big block, and one of these, I get a squeezer. Squeezers need to be powered by redstone to reset, which is a little annoying. I don't have like a lever or anything left, which is kind of annoying. Let's make a whole bunch of sticks. Keep one, chuck the rest. Let's get a thing. Could have made a button, but going with a lever, don't know why. Anyway, you get your squeezer. Oh, that's a lot of recipes. You get your wood, you chuck it in your squeezer. You got to stamp it down like 4 or 5 times, and it'll produce 100 millibuckets of mineral resin, which is a bucket, And then you chuck it into a drying basin, and it'll. It's a bit long, but what the hell's the difference? Anyway, it'll make a block of crystallized mineral, which you can then turn into mineral chunks, which is all we want. That's not all we want, but it's one of the things we want. So I need a drying basin, which means 2 more iron. Should have been paying more attention. No. Come on, Soul. Squeezer. Thing. 2 iron, black dye, and then logs. I won't use my mineral because I want them. So we will use my most prominent, which appears to be spruce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where is all my black dye then? Thank you. Okay, so I'm not even just gonna fill it in, blah blah blah, that. Cool. Okay, so quick daytime. Okay, so doesn't really matter where I put this, I might just put it next to my house. Actually, let's pick this up first because I need to know where my squeeze is oriented. I think that's okay, because it has these little channels on 2 sides but not the others, and liquid will only flow those ways. Now you can use these for things like ore, and it'll just produce the dust, which is all well and good, but we need liquid. This is annoying. Okay, so I just gotta jump on it, and then in it goes. Provide a redstone signal. We'll wait for this, there we go. And we've got a block of crystallized mineral. I will need one first, because if I grab some more wood, one thing I will need, which I didn't list, because I've got this big list of everything I need, is a portable logic programmer. So you can get a logic programmer which is a way of writing all your like operators and stuff, because what integrated dynamics does is you can make readers of blocks or redstone or liquids or whatever, so it's like it will tell you different things about what you're looking at. Portable. For example, and I'll get to it, but you can create variables out of those things. I'll squish it. So I could say, look at this block with a redstone reader, for example, and it gives you, I think, it's a number of options, but it can give you a boolean, which is true false, for those that aren't very familiar, of whether or not there is redstone. A boolean, again true false, or bool, I'm just going to keep calling them bools from now on, of if the redstone is at max, and then if there is no redstone. So it's either 0 redstone, full redstone, or any redstone non-zero. And then you can use that and this, see, boolean. And let's say you wanted or. So you could say, I want to do something, which is with the writers, because it says readers and writers. Basically when some sort of boolean variable and then some other boolean variable. So if either of these things are true, make a thingy and do something. I'm not very good at explaining this. Once again, I will recommend, let's put that back on. Going and watching Dial20's video on it, because he goes into a lot more depth and is a lot more specific, whereas I'm rather vague. Just because I've watched it and I kind of know what I'm doing with regards to it. Did I not get any sapling out of that? What a lot of crap. You know, the berries aren't nearly as, correction, display panel I do want, but otherwise not overly useful. So, as far as integrated dynamics are concerned, I need logic cable, variable cards. This is specifically for my oil power thing. I will also want a redstone reader, 5 writers, 1 inventory reader. Shut up, zombie. Oops. Okay. 2 block readers, a display panel just in case, variable store, materializer, and a proxy. Maybe 2, maybe 0. I have not figured that part out yet. So let me just kind of compress these all down into blocks, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay. So I've gotten 10 blocks out of it, that would be enough. One thing about mineral berries, I don't know if you caught that, probably not, but it gives you night vision for like half a second. And they also do, I think, 2 food thingies. Yeah, that's them. That's the majority of their use, other than turning into torches or used for these panels. This one's just a light. And that one you can probably change what color, I would guess, and then whether it's on or off. And then this one is, if you've ever done coding, it's a debug, so it prints to log. Now, if anyone is even more knowledgeable about coding than me, and there are many people like that, this may sound weird, and I'm talking very much from a game design perspective, so it's only as much as I know, which is C#, which is like one of the easiest coding languages out there, and I only really know game development. Anyway, back to the stuff. So, for starters, I'm going to need logic cable. It's made with redstone, 6 of them, and some sticks, which is a good thing I made some sticks. And let's get some red. Let's go use, and then with the sticks I've got, I'm going to make 12. That will do for the time being. I might need to change that later. Next, I'm going to need a bunch of cards, which need paper. So I can always turn it back if need be. Surrounded by it. And it makes 24 per thing. So I'm making a whole lot of variables, but you do use a whole lot of variables. Additionally, they're used in some crafting, such as my proxy and my materializer that I do want, or my variable store, which means I need to actually turn 2 of these back into blocks. There we go. Use variable store, I need a chest. That's the brick. Quick and dirty little chest, slap them in there. Variable store. Variable store is a way of declaring your variables publicly so that other things, such as if you're coding into like an if, and it's like if, it's like when I was showing the or. So it's like, okay, if I don't know, this is empty, or this block has redstone, whatever, then output something. It won't do any output if it doesn't know to check if this has redstone and if this is empty. So that's where the variable store comes in. You chuck your variables in there, which are written into the cards. So I'm just kind of getting my initial stuff first. Logic cable, variable cards, redstone reader. So I'm going to just do integrated. And that's going to show you all the things. There's also some advanced stuff using chorus, which is made by squishing chorus, but it only goes to 125, which is an eighth. Into block, into chunks, etc. But who cares about that? Also, I turned my logic programmer portable because otherwise it's a block. It just means I can access it easily. Now here's my readers, they're the flat ones. And then these pyramid looking ones are the writers. So I want a redstone reader, which is the red one, which needs a block of redstone and an input variable transformer, which needs a sticky piston. Now how many inputs do I need? I need one reader of redstone, one reader of inventory, which is 2, and then 2 block readers, so that's 4 total. The rest of it's writers. Very good. Okay, so 4. Beautiful. So I need 2 crystal, 2 variable, and a sticky piton. Didn't get a sticky. Yeah, I do want to specifically use that one. Okay, they're my input variables. So redstone required a block each. How many do I want? Just one. One reader, redstone reader. Then go away advancement. I want an inventory reader, which means a whole lot of chests. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do that. And then another chest. Chest. Input makes an inventory reader. Probably not even going to start building this until next episode. I'm just giving you the heads up. Then I need 2 block readers, which are these green ones. Dirt and cobblestone. Ah, that's easy. 2 of them, yes. So I need 8 of each. That. Cool. And then I need 5 writers, which I think... Go away, I want to read which one's which. I think these also make 4, which is a bit unfortunate, but I might use them in the future. So it's the same, but it's a regular piston. Regular piston makes for writing. Sticky piston is for reading. Alright, let's make another one then. Clap. Variables. Crystal. Output. So then, because I'm... Gosh, that's right, I need to do that again. Okay, now I'm doing redstone writers, which I'm going to assume is a block of redstone. Oh my gosh, it's 2 blocks of redstone. Wow, okay, well, I need 5 of them, so... go... Just chuck that up there, and that. 5 redstone writers. Okay, so... Just a quick idea of what this is going to look... Nah, screw it. I'll show you that at the end, because that's on the integrated dynamic side of things. Even still, I need a materializer, which is... Where is it? This one. Which in turn needs its own logic store. Sorry, variable store. Materializer. I'll leave the proxy for the time being because I might not go with it. Because I've got a whole lot of variable cards. I don't need to make a proxy. It'll be messier, but it might be useless. Last thing I did want to make was a display panel, just for demonstration purposes. Thank goodness that's an output. So I already have one of those. Anyway. No, it is static lines, which are also output. So that actually works out pretty perfectly, because I get them and then I turn them into a display panel, and that's used up all my things. Okay, let's just do a quick demonstration. Variable store, logic cable, and we'll do a redstone reader and my display panel. So, logic store is important because we're going to check if this has redstone. Whoops, forgot about that. Cabling into this. I don't think it matters which direction it goes in, even though there's a hole. So let's put a redstone reader there. See, it's got all these options. So it's got redstone low, so whether or not there is no redstone, if there's any, and then if it's full, then it's got other things such as an integer of what is the actual exact redstone level. I'm going to obtain if redstone is there at all as a Boolean thing, and then we're going to display it here. False. Now if I walk closer, it's probably because it's actually reading this, which is displaying onto that. Quick maths. And that's going to not be working anymore, but fortunately they're not always written, because you can just overwrite or you can even just void them out. Let's chuck that back in there. False. Really? Okay. Read this thing, because that's what it's attached to. Hopefully this makes sense. Now let's grab that back. Okay, hopefully this works. This is a bit roundabout, but it's because this block is there. So this is saying there's no redstone here. I move in, now it's true. And then I can work with that to make some other funky business. Anyway, that's the brief rundown of how this all works. And I think that's all I need for integrated dynamics. The next stuff is all other mods which will all kind of put it together to make sure that everything connects. Because all I've done is make the things that will read and make things work when I want them to, but not what I want to work. However, this video has gone for a good while, so that was just kind of some initial prep, and I'll get into what specific parts I'll need from, in particular, actually additions and thermal expansion or foundation, one of the thermal mods, in the next one. But thank you for joining and having a little explore into how this all works. And I will see you next time when we get into that, and then probably honestly the video after we can actually make some oil power. Yeah, thanks for watching. Don't be afraid to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever you want. Have a great day. I'll see you later.